In this video, I'm going to break down everything that you should have at your house before you bring your goats home. Anything else that you need, you can get after that or whenever you need it. This is coming from someone who just recently got goats and watched so much YouTube to just try to figure out the basics, but the videos were either really overwhelming and made me feel like I would never be ready for goats, or they were half an hour long and I just needed to know a couple things about what I needed. So my goal is to keep this 5 minutes or less. It definitely will be 3 minutes or less even, and just give you the basics so you know exactly what you need right away. The first thing you're obviously going to need is a shelter, somewhere for them to be protected and for them to sleep. And then you're also going to need a pasture and somewhere for them to get some exercise and graze. Starting with the pasture, we have about a half-ish acre probably pasture for them. But for now, we have them in this smaller one just because I want them to get used to me and get comfortable to me being in their space before I just let them roam, because obviously then they can run away from me very easily and it's going to take a lot longer for them to get used to me. So right now I'm forcing them to be comfortable with me being around. And then hopefully in the next couple days even, we'll take this out and just let them do whatever they want to do in the full pasture. For inside their house, you're going to need some sort of bedding. I started with pine shavings and then basically just switched to the hay that they don't eat, because when it falls on the ground, they won't eat it. I've even tried putting it back in their little holder thing and they won't eat it. So that has turned into the bedding and that's worked pretty well. Eventually, I'm just going to start putting hay down to begin with. But for now, when it's not cold out and they're staying pretty warm just as is, I just have a little light layer of what they don't eat on the floor. Then you're going to need some feed bins for them. I have this hay holder thing that they seem to really like, but does lose a lot of hay. I have a grain bin if you're going to be doing grain. Depending on how many you have, it's going to obviously determine the size. I have 4 and this is pretty small, so I'm going to definitely get a bigger one. Lloyd right now is eating out of the mineral box that I have, and then I also have this white container right here is full of baking soda because they bloat and baking soda helps them de-bloat. One of mine I think is bloated right now and was eating that this morning and does look a lot better. So that's good. I would recommend talking to the person that you're getting your goats from and asking what brand and what types of minerals and grain that they are giving them, so you keep them on that same food that they were having before. I have heard that if you switch it up and they try new foods right away when they get to your house, that can cause some of the bloating issue. And then you obviously need a water source. I just have this bucket that I swap most days, and that's pretty much all you need. There's definitely other things I'm going to need to get, like dewormer and clippers to clip their hooves and maybe different medications or who knows what else, but I don't need them all the day I bring them home. So if you're feeling really overwhelmed and think that you can't get goats and you're not ready for them, if you have this basic setup, you can be ready for them. You don't even need a pasture. I've seen people put leashes on them and hook them up to trees and stuff outside their yard until they get a pasture up. So worst case scenario, you could do that. It seems a little bit harder, but definitely doable. So that's everything I wish was in one short video when I was looking for what I needed for my goats.